Welcome back, everyone, to Basement Couch Conversations. This is our follow up episode on our betting special for Game of the Year awards. And we're going to go ahead and go over the different winners as well as our special bets that we added on and see who won out of us. So I'm Mason.
I'm Ryan.
But there.
I'm Cheyenne.
And Isaiah this week is our special guest, as you can tell. And with that, we'll get it.
I'm Isaiah.
Well, this is our group here. We'll see who wins, who loses, as well as what their punishment and rewards will be. It may somewhat be a mystery to all of us, or some of us, or one of us. But we'll dive right in here and start off talking about Game of the Year, Elden Ring.
I don't think anybody was surprised.
I wasn't, but I was, because
I was disappointed, but not surprised.
yeah, I wasn't disappointed, but I was surprised somewhat because of how much God of War was winning at that time. Like, had been nominated, I think, for the most categories of any of the games, and then I don't know that it necessarily won the most. I don't know if we checked on that. Do you guys know? God of War won the
It's
most.
probably about
categories?
it. Probably
I
did
think
win
so.
majority, if not
I think.
50-50.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a little bit surprising, but I could understand it because the God of War didn't innovate a whole lot. I think from its first game, it obviously was an innovation story-wise in a sense, like it was progressing a great story that already existed. But Elden Ring was a new kind of game. Like it definitely was still Dark Souls, but done in such a different way that it changed everything for that series. So
Yeah.
next we got Best Game Direction. This one, I'm gonna be honest, I thought was a bit of a surprise. I was ready circling up God of War on my little list here because I just feel like in my mind I kind of did the film comparison. Like God of War is like a film, so all the tricks they had to do with the no cut camera, they're gonna be really impressed by that again. They're gonna be like, oh, the direction behind this was so good. The visionary director was able to come up with these scenes and all this, not taking in as much of the game design aspects that Elden Ring did way better than God of War, to some degree. So they kind of surprised me with this one.
As I'm looking at this again, I almost feel conflicted in a sense because the title to me doesn't really match the description. But I mean, I guess Elden Ring was, well, just in a sense, like when I think game direction, for whatever reason, I'm hung up on director when I see direction and not what direction that they're referring to.
Yeah, I think you both guys have a good point in that. And Mason, like you were saying, God of War did have really visually impactful, like you say, camera direction and things like that, as if it were a film. But being games, like you said, level design and progression and world design and all of that really factors. All of that really comes down to the director. So yeah, I can see how Elden Ring would take it, but God of War was impactful as well.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Isaiah and I each voted for Elden Ring, and Mason and Cheyenne, you voted for God of War in this one.
Yep.
Yeah, since I didn't play Elden Ring, I don't really know the story, but God of War had a really good direction, in my opinion, from what I saw. So
Nice.
Still a well-deserved victory.
Definitely.
Good on you.
Best narrative,
Ooh.
I would say I'm
Jesus
not
boo.
surprised at all that this was God of War, because of how story driven it is, how like focused the story is. Elden Ring has a great story. But it like all other Dark Souls games is very hidden. You have to really work for it. So honestly, the potentially people who reviewed or voted for this winner probably played the games and didn't play them in depth enough to like get into all that lore stuff of Elden Ring. It was probably because a lot of these people are like reviewers, right, on the board for the
Mm-hmm.
votes. A lot of people are like review stuff for outlets, gaming outlets.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So
I think this is probably that category where, like you were saying, the camera direction and the cinematic nature of God of War really helped it really helped it win here because all those elements help tell the story for its outstanding storytelling. Whereas in Elden Ring and Dark Souls, it all is tends to be kind of background lore and reading and inferring. So there may be good story there, but the storytelling itself is not necessarily groundbreaking or innovative.
I would
Yeah,
agree
God
with
of War
that
was
too.
very deserving of this. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just agreed with Ryan.
Yeah, I think God of War was the most deserving of this list. I really hope that when the next Horizon game comes out, it'll also lose to whatever the game of the year for that game is.
I could agree
I'm
there.
sure.
The
I think it will.
story was very weak in Forbidden West compared to the first game, in my personal opinion. But just some weird character decisions and stuff. But that's a whole nother topic on
Yep.
maybe another episode.
Review our previous episode on the Game Awards for my full thoughts about Horizon.
Yep.
It all still applies in the storytelling as well.
Yeah.
Horizon needs to change their fate and do something else because that game ain't cutting it.
Come on, Horizon, be brave.
Yeah.
They weren't brave enough.
Mm.
Best art direction. Though I did vote for Horizon, and there was the debate that Ryan had mentioned in there,
Mm.
I definitely, as I look into and think about Elden Ring, it deserves this one big time. Like all of the games from Software, the design for the bosses, the characters are just amazing, and they're like kind of unforgettable to a degree.
Absolutely.
My brother is pretty upset Scorn did not win this.
Oh man,
Nah,
it's
Yeah.
Scorn
too
didn't deserve it.
Me
it's
too.
too
I would have gotten a
niche.
point.
It's niche. Yeah. Like it's too
Scorn,
specific and
yeah, it's too
not appealing to
one-dimensional.
everybody. Though I should say Elden Ring is kind of the same. It's very
Yeah.
grotesque in to a degree, but it still has that medieval look to it that is pretty well accepted.
I think if Scorn had more diverse design, it would have won.
Yeah.
But everything in that game looks the same, so I couldn't imagine that winning.
That could be. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I got a strong style, but then just repeated it
That's
throughout to the
it.
point where
Uh-huh.
there was no more to it. Yeah. Nice. Best score in music. This one surprised me. Like we had mentioned in the previous episode,
Yeah.
great music, amazing, but it was very much so following the same pattern, same style, the same themes. I think is probably the best way to describe it. Just somewhat remixed. So I
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah.
surprised that a remix type soundtrack is the winner. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the maybe the reason that God of War didn't win Game of the Year was the reason that we thought God of War would not win this category is that it was building off of its predecessor and improving surely, but it wasn't so much new as some of these other uh, soundtracks were. So yeah, same for me. Very surprising that God of War won. Although I'm a big fan, so I'm pleased that it did.
I had voted Metal Hellsinger on this one.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of
Yeah.
chips in this category. I didn't really care who won, but it is interesting that God of War won because I don't feel like the music's that greatly different from the first game. But I mean, I guess it's that good.
I'll say here, I voted for A Plague Tale to win. I think I was just trying to spread my votes around, but I hadn't actually played it at the time. I have started it now. Its music is good, but not particularly stand out. So disappointed I didn't get the point, although I understand why it didn't win.
Yeah, I also picked A Plague Tale because the only one I really know was God of War. And I like the music in God of War. I just wasn't sure if it was going to win anything because it's not like, I don't know, spectacular. Um, but it is still nice.
Best audio design. I voted for God of War. I'm glad it won. I still hold to it that I think it had some really good level of detail to its audio that was a huge jump from the first game, and comparative with like other titles that I have played from this was yeah, it was a lot better.
Truth be told, I don't generally pay very close attention to audio design over, the music or anything. But I am so happy Call of Duty did not win any of these awards because it does not deserve it.
Yeah.
It's pulling from their preset library of gun
Yeah.
noises.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yep.
mean,
As we've said a few times now, just building off of the ones that came before while not
Hmm.
innovating too much.
They never innovate.
yeah.
They
Well,
found what works for them, and that's all they use.
yeah, I will say they have with like the next gen consoles, they innovated to move into that with like the haptic stuff. So like the triggers for every gun, the haptic triggers on PlayStation 5 work
Ah,
differently per gun.
that's like
And
standard though.
well, it's not standard. That was new to the technology. And
Right.
like, yeah, not every game really even gives it the attention it needs or could have.
No,
Um,
certainly not.
but the thing about it is they do that one thing and now they do it again. Now it's not impressive. So it's like when I played Cold War, the audio was amazing. Like it was really well designed. Just like the spatial design, it really felt like a gun was being shot off in another room as it should sound correctly being shot off in another room. Stuff like that. That now they're probably going to repeat that same tech. So with Modern Warfare 2, though, it is a different studio, I believe, between the Black Ops series and the Modern Warfare stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Treyarch versus Infinity War.
yeah, but they, since they're both under Activision, probably share assets and resources and stuff. So I don't know if my point made sense, but just kind of that idea that they're gonna do something cool, but then they're gonna milk it for the next 5 games before they do something cool again. Is kind of the vibe.
I
Yeah.
think they do something cool when when the technology allows for it, but they never make the innovation before the technology.
Mm,
And I only say that in reference to
Sure.
when you say with the PS5 controller, because if it wasn't for PlayStation 5 even putting that ability in the controller, it would never happen.
yeah, that's
Sure.
true.
They're not trying to push the boundaries by any means, but
Right. They're
once
just
once
using
the
the
new
tools given to
horsepower is
them.
available, then they use it.
Right.
I gotcha.
Best performance. This one
Ooh.
surprised me, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about the speech, but I just
Oh,
want to talk about the just the fact that he won. I mean, great guy. He did great in the game too, but he
Yep.
like kind of like the game itself didn't innovate in his acting, though his character definitely had more of an emotional range. He
More
just
than
like
previously,
yeah,
but
more than previously. But just that there was a lot more investment I think I had into Atreus' his performance, not necessarily as a character. I personally like Kratos more than Atreus because Atreus is obviously still like a kind of he's going through his rebellious teenage phase there in the game, so it's kind of
it's called
annoying.
character development.
Yeah. But he just had a lot more time to have stronger performances, and he did, and so I was surprised there for that reason.
I would totally agree. And I don't have much to add. Yeah. Kratos
Right.
kind of monotone, even though he got some more emotion, a little bit. But man, Atreus he was good. I think he deserved it.
Well, I got something to say. I think everybody from now on should take a very good gander at and learn from this, because the dude with the least amount of talking points won the award compared to his peers here. I guarantee he had the less amount of dialogue of everyone here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Especially compared to
No.
Horizon.
Yeah, she had too many lines. I mean, shut her up.
Every 5 seconds, if there isn't a word from her mouth.
Hey, I can heal from those berries. I know.
You
Yeah.
say it
Oh
every
my
time
goodness.
I stop.
Yep.
I remember that from the first 25 hours.
That's why he doesn't play more than 20 hours a game.
Because he can't
I
stand.
get sick of the voice actors, yeah.
So the saying is true. Less is more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was another thing, is like there was everything about Kratos is like, I don't know if pantomime is the right word, but like he says very little and you just see it in the emotional action.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't really,
Hmm.
he just doesn't have a lot of range on his character. I feel like he cries in the tent before Ragnarok, and
Mm-hmm.
if you don't look close enough, you can almost
Yeah, you don't
not
see
tell
it.
that he's like holding back tears, you know. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like, I mean, partially because his beard, and I've had an issue with that. I think they improved on that. Is like his beard covers up a lot of what his face is saying because you don't see the mouth shapes as easily. But like
They better not get rid of that
everything
beat.
else too. But what was that, Cheyenne?
I said they better not get rid of that beat.
We go back to the goatee.
Yeah. I mean, I like the beard, but I'm just saying, in terms of being able to be
it's-
like, readability of his emotions is harder
Mhm.
when he's mostly stoic anyway. So it's like at the beginning of Ragnarok, he smiles. I think when they first get back after running away from Freya, and Atreus hangs up the meat or something, and he takes care of the wolves, and he turns around thinking he's gonna have to do it, but then he sees, oh, my son already did it, so he kind of smiles like, oh, he can do stuff on his own, kind of thing. I don't know if that's the whole idea, but he smirks, and it's like
Mm.
it's not a super noticeable smirk because of like being covered up by the beard, but
Yeah.
On the concept of less is more, he should have took his own advice and quit talking. He must have been
oh
drunk
my
up there.
goodness, yeah,
I
he
felt,
did. He seemed out of it a little bit.
I felt so bad. Everybody throughout the show just kept like making small comments about it. I was like, no, just move on.
I
Jeff
thought it was
Keighley.
so funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
I
like,
was joking that Kratos had so few lines in the game. He was taking his time to talk now.
yep.
We're
That
just
was
along for the ride. Go
so
for it, man.
I was
I
telling
think
Cheyenne near the end, he's like, talking so slow the whole time, just, and obviously taking forever. And then as the
Yeah.
music starts to come in, and then I'm like, oh, he's speeding up now. It's like, why wasn't he going this pace the whole time?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if he wasn't so buff, people probably would challenge him more. Like, hey, shut up.
Right.
I
Were
know.
they going to send Kyle Bossman out there to usher him off the stage?
Yeah.
That little guy.
The other thing is that, like, he must have ate into a bunch of other people's time, or else they just
Oh,
decided because
yeah.
he's the performance award they should give him more time, because it took a while before they even kicked the music in. And then you go to other people like
Yeah.
who won actual, like, well, not actual awards, he won an award too. But like they won, the devs came up and they only talked for not very long at all, and you hear the music kick in, and I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
they barely
I
got
think they
anywhere.
were they were so polarized that he kept talking that they just were
Yeah.
like, I don't know, do we pull the plug?
That could be, yeah. They hadn't prepared. Maybe they were prompting everyone else like, hey, keep it short. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2 minutes, please.
Uh-huh. They should literally have been like, before even one person went too long, they should be like, here's the set amount you have, no matter who you are, if you're the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
maker or
Well,
first winner or
unless
something.
you're Kojima, you
Oh,
got a set
sure.
amount of
Gotta have
time.
double time for him. But
maybe they accounted for an amount of talking time for the whole show, and so they weren't really worried about it early on. And they're like, "Oh, he's eating up all of this extra time."
yeah,
It could be. Somebody's inevitably going to talk for a while, but I don't think we've ever seen a 9-minute acceptance speech.
yeah. Wow.
I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was a section when they cut away from him and the camera does cut to Kojima, and then when it cuts back, then you start hearing the music play. So I think he's the one who threw the sign up like, let's get this, let's come on.
He looked to the right 2
Hmm.
times. That means that's the sign. Speed it up. It says fast forward.
Yeah.
Games for Impact. All
Did
right.
anyone win those?
That's ongoing. We all lost on this one. Big
Oh, well, let's
time.
keep going then. Who
Yeah.
cares?
I mean, I I said to Cheyenne, now I'm kind of curious what makes it so great. But at the same
Have you
time,
not seen it?
no, I haven't.
It looks
Um,
terrible. It's like
well,
they're
oh yeah,
painted Photoshop images.
yes. I've seen
Oh
like it,
yeah.
but I haven't watched like the gameplay all the way through. But I have seen the
Oh,
trailer.
yeah, don't do that.
I wasn't even paying close attention. I didn't realize this one won.
Yep.
That should be Ryan's punishment. Is having to play that.
Oh no.
Hey, I
Oh
mean,
no.
don't spill the beans early now, friend. Okay.
Punishment is Ryan will cry.
Oh yes, tears of pain. But yeah, so we are going to kind of skip that one because we don't have much to say on
Yeah,
that
that's
or
fine.
the other contenders.
We'll skip through a few of these pretty quick, I
Yeah.
think.
Nobody
We'll
won
get to
this one either.
esports.
Oh, I
Best
won this
ongoing.
one.
No, actually. Isaiah, I don't believe
Oh,
you
wait,
did.
did I pick Genshin Impact?
Yeah,
You
you
picked-
picked something else. You
We both
did
picked
win a
Oh.
final.
Mention yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was the best support. That's what
Yeah.
I won.
Community support.
Ongoing support.
It's the best ongoing Final Fantasy 14. I was a little bit
It
surprised
deserves
there,
it.
but because I don't know a ton about like ongoing or MMOs. I've only heard
Yeah.
good things about Final Fantasy 14 by those who play it, but
Mhm.
I haven't heard it being like better than World of Warcraft. But it's a totally different style of an MMO. I mean, it's Final Fantasy. It's its own kind of JRPG MMO. But
I'm just
Mhm.
happy Fortnite didn't win.
yes,
Yeah.
I believe I voted for Fortnite.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it didn't win, even though I voted for it.
You voted for it, or you voted that it was going to win?
I think I voted for it, but I could be wrong.
Why would you
Let
do
me
that?
check.
You mean you predicted it, or you
predicted it
actually
winning.
submitted a vote?
Oh, I may have voted for it. Yeah, on here too, physically, like in this.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, no, I think I voted Destiny too.
Okay.
But it's because I thought I was gonna win. I guess I didn't need to vote that way, but on this one I did because I didn't really have a say in
Right.
any of them.
Submitting your vote through the website, you just helped it win.
Yeah.
Your prediction can be different than your vote.
Well, yes. On this one specifically, I didn't vote for myself probably so much as because I don't play any of these. I
All
have
right,
played.
you're just part of the problem. We know.
Okay, we're moving on. Best indie, Stray.
Yay!
Cheyenne and I can have a say in this now because we've played it since the Game Awards has occurred.
Yep.
And
Since.
I'm
Okay.
yeah, I guess before the Game Awards hit, we played it, but before we filmed the first episode,
After.
we hadn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So after our first episode, I would have picked this over Sifu. Though Sifu's an amazing game, just because it is very beautiful, and it does have a very strong story. Like as simple as it is, it's emotional and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, less is more.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm very pleased that Stray won. I don't know if I told the story on the podcast, but I was in a gaming slump for several months. Wasn't feeling motivated to really play anything, and then Stray came along, caught my interest, and it was just joyous. It reminded me why games were fun. Why I wanted to play games. And yeah, it was a great looking game, fun, simple, nice story. emotional ending. Well deserved. Congratulations, Stray. I've never cared about a cat before.
It's so mean against cat.
Would we all agree that Stray and Sifu are like the B tier of Elden Ring and God of War for this award show? Like those are the biggest of the indies.
Yeah, they are.
Probably.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tunic, yeah. I would
It's
say, though I hear a lot about the Cult of Lamb, probably more through Cheyenne than anyone, but
Mhm.
I would say these are the strongest of the indie category.
Did
Mhm.
Sifu win anything?
I don't think it did actually.
I don't know.
Maybe action, but
Sifu,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't think so. Certainly not fighting game.
yeah,
Hell
yep,
no.
nope, it did not. Marvel Snap. The funny thing about this one is that I've heard a lot of people talk about loving this game recently through work, and I didn't know it was a thing at all before. And yeah,
Same. I think just since the Game Awards, suddenly I've
yeah,
heard from a few places that it's such a great game. Like, really? Where was this information 2 weeks ago? Come
I
on.
know.
Right.
I assumed it was
Yeah.
a heartless cash grab, but no,
Yep.
apparently it's really fun and doesn't waste your time. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was the only one who
Yeah.
got this one right.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this at all. After the awards, I keep getting harassed on like YouTube ads to play this game, and it's like you guys didn't exist to me before the award show. I never heard of it.
I know. Yeah. Boss
Giant,
Moon.
how did you find out about that?
I found out about it reading right where you're reading it. I didn't know about
Just went
Marvel
with the
Snap.
name recognition, huh?
I
I
thought
don't.
you were ahead of the curve.
Nah, I just none of the others look like they would have won. Maybe Tower of Fantasy, but for a
I
mobile
get you an
game,
impact.
I think most people
I
play
don't
that
get
on
an impact.
like PlayStation or whatever
Console.
PC.
Yeah, I would see that too. I feel like it went to the mobile space, Genshin, but it wasn't like that's not its primary place.
Mm.
So
It's
they're
a free
like,
to play. That's why it's on mobile.
yeah, they're like, here's a big title that's on mobile, so it's like it should be earning a game of the year it came out on a different console. But because it's on
Yeah,
mobile, they're like, oh, that game is huge and was huge when it came out, and now it's on mobile, so we're gonna throw it in here. It's kind of the vibe. So I
fair.
thought it would win, but nope, Marvel came in and took
And
the win.
Apex Legend was also like something that's mostly on console and PCs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
switched over to mobile. Yeah, community support. It would make sense if it's going to get ongoing. Then it's clearly getting strong support because it's continued to put out what the community wants. So I am shocked that No Man's Sky didn't win. My only guess to that
Yep.
is that people got a little bit comfortable with the fact that No Man's Sky continues to release like just a bunch of content that they're just like, oh, it's just more content. Like, I don't know, not like game changing content. Because they had released VR stuff before this year, right? So that was like
Yes.
probably the
Mhm.
biggest change. Um, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why, but who
Yeah.
knows?
It's just a given that it has great community support. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't surprising or overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, I knew for sure that this was gonna win because my friend, all he plays is MMOs and gotcha games, and he meticulously rips apart all the games he plays. This is the only one that he never complains about. So I was like, okay, it must be a good game for whatever reason.
Yeah. For it to have affected him that much.
Yeah, he likes that more than Seven remake.
Hmm. Innovation and accessibility. I didn't really know what what accessibility options were there for God of War. So due to Last of Us previous win, I guess Last of Us again, and it didn't turn out to be the winner.
Why did you pick Return to Monkey Island, Isaiah?
You know, as I'm looking at the list, I
Did
don't really
you?
recall. I think it's because I didn't care. I thought Last of Us was gonna win though.
You just didn't want to vote for Last of Us.
Yeah,
The ironic vote, I guess.
I don't like Druckmann.
You could have easily voted for Ragnarok.
I know I could have. I didn't think God of War was gonna win. I haven't even seen the accessibility controls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were good options in there, but again, it seemed like less than what we had seen elsewhere. So, while still a good showing, yeah, I anticipated The Last of Us as well. That's where my vote went, but maybe maybe again because they made such leaps in this one compared to the last one. I'm not sure that I'm not sure that God of War 2018 had anything really in the way of accessibility, so maybe because they added so many new options that helped take the win this year.
I knew the Quarry couldn't win because you already don't really do anything. So what else could they do except watch it as a movie?
Well, for people who are like vision impaired and stuff, it would help for maybe like highlighting things or color blindness, like
If
actually
you're vision
creating
impaired,
like I mean,
It's
maybe there's like
accessibility.
camera focus stuff that makes it hard for you to see the buttons, your button prompts and things that just weren't added to other games that have been. So they innovated in their options. So God
I
of
think if
War,
you're,
oh sorry.
go ahead.
God of War, I think probably added in like systems that will like highlight actual like characters to make them stand out more or something like that. Like
Mm.
technology that's additional to the game itself that required a lot of work from the company versus just like, oh, do you want like non-inverted camera controls? Like that's kind of an accessibility option, but that's like it's standard for every game kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I think if you're visually impaired, then you just get the Quarry on audiobook or something. Don't even play it.
Wasn't the Quarry also pretty broken and buggy when it came out? I mean, like if regularly abled people can't play your game, then certainly it's not very accessible.
Yeah. But I think God of War really won because of the auto item pickup. I don't know if that's really considered
Ah,
accessibility,
Oh,
but I'm sure people loved that.
I used it. It was great.
hmm.
As well as the auto double roll,
Oh yeah,
auto dodge. Thing of beauty.
best VR AR. I love that Moss won. I
I do too.
didn't think it would, but I like
Oh,
that a
yeah.
story-based VR game is
Yeah.
the winner.
Very good. Yeah. I haven't played this one. I'm a big supporter of VR, but I haven't played it. I haven't played the first one either. But they're both
Oh,
coming to PlayStation VR 2, so I'll be excited to pick it up there. Um, I'm very surprised at this one just because apparently it sold very poorly.
Oh
oh,
yeah.
Kind of as I just said, PSVR is coming to the end of its life cycle. The second one's just around the corner. This game came out like a month ago. What's going on? Why? Maybe they were here for Game of the Year. That maybe that's what their hope was, but somehow they pulled it off. Congratulations.
I just can't believe Among Us lost.
yeah, same. Best action game. Bayonetta 3. Isaiah, I'm sure, is excited about this one.
I don't know if it should have beat Seafood, but I'm happy that it won.
You voted that it would, or yeah, you voted that.
Yeah, I voted that it won, but like it's kind of like a God of War thing where like the mechanics don't really change that much from the first and second game.
Hmm.
Like it's a fun beat 'em up, but like nothing really innovative came out of her combat. It's still kind of the same game. I really thought Seafood would take it, but
Yeah,
I mean a win's a win.
yeah. Sifu, honestly, like it is a similar combat system to a lot of other games in terms of like, you kind of stand and wait for an enemy to attack you, or you just start attacking them. Kind of like Assassin's Creed, you wait for that automatic
Hmm.
counter, except for with way more complexity and way more reaction time like required. And it did it so well that to me it like was a completely different style of action game.
Yeah.
That when you say Bayonetta didn't really change much from its previous titles, that is kind of disappointing that it didn't win. But
Yeah, the only thing that changed was like the visuals of what she looked like doing the attacks, but for the most part, it's a lot of the same stuff from 1 and 2. So I don't know. I mean, I'm glad Call of Duty didn't win, but that's,
Yeah, I don't
whatever.
have much to say in this category except I don't know what I was thinking picking Call of Duty. I'm ashamed.
If any party here would like, you can borrow Bayonetta 3. I'm done with it.
for those who have a Switch, which
Well,
was
I
Cheyenne, right?
mean, yeah, Cheyenne and Ryan.
I got one.
Oh, Ryan,
Oh.
you do? Okay, well then,
Yeah,
I'm the only
I just
loser here.
never touch it.
Why?
Because I have not bought Mario Odyssey or Donkey Kong Country yet.
What about Pokemon?
What about Kirby?
Nah.
Yeah. What
Nah.
about Kirby? He
Mario
won.
versus Rabbids, or plus
Nah.
Rabbids.
I played the demo for Kirby. That was fun, but rabbits are weird. They're like minions. They're the same. I can't handle it.
Yep, the
Get Animal
minions
Crossing.
before minions.
I've
Animal
seen it
Crossing.
from a distance. It's fine.
Yep. What about Pokemon?
Yeah.
Let's move on. What is it? Best action adventure? God of War again. Yeah.
Whoa! I knew it would
Big
win.
surprise here.
Yeah. Yep. There's no way it could have lost.
Unless Elden Ring was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Elden
But-
Ring was in here, but it's not, so couldn't
It
have
was
won.
the
is
God of
weird.
War versus Elden Ring awards.
Yep. Role-playing game, definitely.
Speak of the devil.
Look, here he is.
Here he is, back to claim his throne.
I
Oh,
can't believe Live Live didn't win.
Live alive. Or
Live
live
yeah.
alive.
Oh, look. Pokemon Legends. You should play that. That's a good one.
No, it didn't win Game of the Year. Or did-
Arceus. Oh.
It's a good one. Arceus.
Wait,
won.
Arceus came out this year?
Yeah.
Wow, they put out 2 Pokemon games in 1 year?
They put out 3.
Oh my goodness.
You know what's
That's how much
crazy?
copy-paste they can use.
Elden Ring is the only game in this category that's not on Nintendo.
Oh.
Wow, yeah. Dang, that's-
Nintendo fans, where you at? Come on now.
Yeah, it definitely earns its place there, especially against the competition. Pokemon.
Yeah, it should be called Best Graphics.
Based on Arena Fight.
I mean, if it's a fighting game we're voting on here, it's multiverses. Thanks for the transition, Cheyenne. We'll fight in multiverses.
I'll beat you
after
up
this.
later.
I will play as Iron Giant and crush you.
Nice. I
Yeah.
can't believe God of War didn't win Best Fighting Game.
I know. It's so
There's so much
sad.
fighting in it.
It's like
So Mason, did I make my point since Sifu didn't win?
So I'm so confused how Sifu didn't win. I mean, JoJo, what? Isn't that like a 20-year-old anime? I don't even know why it's a video. Why it's a video game? You know.
the fighter game.
All of JoJo's games are fighting games. Same as Naruto.
Yeah. I mean, all the
Wow,
fighting I did in
most of 'em.
Sifu made me like so surprised that it wouldn't win in the fighting game category. You know?
Tisk.
All I have to say is whatever Ryan voted for lost the multiverses. So.
What? No, I switched to multiverses.
Oh, you did?
I had
Okay.
initially voted for Sifu until I was shown the light,
Dang it.
and then switched to multiverses.
Yeah, I pulled out the good book and I let him know.
Thank you. Sometimes you like to have somebody knock on your door, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Best family. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
You love to
People
see
played
it.
it. Isaiah played a lot of it. I think it was top 3 on his
Yup.
summary for the year. So it must
Oh,
have been
yeah.
pretty good. Let us know what you think.
Mhm. Of Kirby?
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal game considering this is the first Kirby game where the well, the second technically, where it's not side scroller, it's entirely 3D, which is super awesome.
Very
The
cool.
story takes you somewhere that you don't expect, and I would recommend that you each play it or borrow it because you will not see the ending coming. But I really thought Lego Star Wars was going to win, but I'm happy Kirby got it.
Same.
Yep. Thought Legos can take it.
Kirby will never ever get a best anything from the award shows again, but at least he got this one.
Yeah,
I
that's good.
That's good. That Kirby will never win again.
Yes. Best sim strategy. Though I didn't have a lot of stake in this this category, I am really surprised that it was the Mario game. Part
I
of
am also really surprised.
Me too.
yeah, part of that is because the fact that it is a sequel to a previous Mario game of the same style, is it not?
Yeah, it's a sequel to the game nobody played, and it still won.
Yeah. Yep. So it's like, I mean, I guess it's really good. I mean, XCOM has gotten a lot of love, and it's just supposed to be like simplified XCOM, isn't it? So,
Uh-huh.
so I guess that fueled its success.
They got a DLC pack now with Chris Pratt's voice in there.
Nice. Yeah.
Yay.
Best sports racing, of course, Gran Turismo. I didn't expect any kind of loss there.
Didn't expect Ollie Ollie World.
No, mainly because I didn't really know how successful Ollie Ollie World was.
Yeah.
But
I think that's like their third game, so must be pretty popular. They've been around for a while.
but yeah, it has the history, the weight behind it, and I feel like it just in its presentation in previous like Game Awards showings of Gran Turismo, it looked like just like amazing for a car sim type sports racing game.
Yeah.
And it was so. Best multiplayer, Splatoon. That one caught me by surprise. Seems how it's a third entry to a multiplayer based game. Thought, it would kind of get the pattern of it would get old, but I guess there's something revolutionary about this entry that changed up from the previous games to make it that
No,
good.
they're the same game. It's just that Splatoon is like the newest IP that Nintendo's created.
Oh,
Uh,
so they bribed him, huh?
Yeah.
Bribed the votes. Content Creator of the Year. It was half. Nibelian and Ludwig. And or Ludwig, I don't remember exactly how people say it because we don't really have any idea who any of these people are.
right.
So, woohoo! Cheyenne, I think Cheyenne and I won that one. Best debut indie, Stray once again. Beautiful,
Once again.
beautiful success.
Congrats.
And debut is interesting, partially because like I don't know what decisions came in here, like what changed people's opinions maybe, like, or if they were all just kind of the same. They just transferred over the indie to this one. There's obviously different nominees, but
Yeah.
kind of seems like it was guaranteed if something was going to win best indie, that it would probably win best debut indie. Like I don't know what changed. So best adaptation, Arcane. Yes. I think whoever wins should have this as their reward to watch this show.
What,
Getting
like
to watch the show.
Oh, pinning me to watch it.
Mason, just
No,
watch
we
the
don't know who
show
the winner
again.
is yet, though. So
Right.
Just watch
Oh,
the
right.
show again, Mason.
watch the show again. Oh yes, I will. Don't worry. Someone will
As
watch it
long
with
as
me.
Uncharted didn't win,
Yeah. Yep. Most anticipated game. Went all in on Resident Evil 4 for this one, but
Yeah.
I should have known Like Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild, so massive. There's no way, even though nothing's really been shown, I feel like, of this next Zelda title. Of course, it's going to be the one more than anyone else is going to want. Like, this is the one people want. So,
Diane, you picked this, didn't you?
I don't
I
think
did
any of
not.
us did. Yeah, we all got this one wrong.
Nope, nobody picked it. What was the
I-
category
Huh?
where none of the Nintendo games won and the one non-Nintendo?
Elden Ring.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it was Elden Ring. Okay. I guess that makes sense. I was gonna say Nintendo fans are really showing up for the last couple ones, letting Legend of Zelda here win, and then Splatoon I think was the other one.
I think Nintendo fans have an unhealthy infatuation with the Legend of Zelda series.
Maybe,
Probably.
And
maybe.
I only say that because of the few of those games I've played. I'm not that impressed where I'm like, oh man, I gotta get the next one. They're okay.
That is
You know.
interesting. Like Breath of the Wild, people seem to act like was the next Skyrim. Like, Skyrim is
Yeah.
huge for the open world RPG. And then they're like, the next big thing is Zelda. And I haven't played it, but when I watch it, I'm like, this doesn't look like that exciting compared to like any other RPG that's open world. So
I'm sure this is gonna like piss a lot of people off. I really don't care for Ocarina of Time. I'm not impressed by that game at all.
Oh, I've never played it.
really,
Like
but
it's
Ocarina.
okay, but
But
that
what if
game
they
kind of
made a
sucks.
remake?
Nah, because it's gonna be the
What
same
if they
crap.
did it again?
Ocarina of Two Times.
What if they did a remaster
I'm sure they will.
instead of a remake?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. All right. Best esports game. Valorant. I put my chips in here, and it was totally a guess. I was thinking, titles that have more reputation would have won, but I was like, I want this one to win. I think it's cool in terms of how it changes up its type of shooter game.
You know
So
what?
it's cool.
You know what's funny is that Valorant won best esport, but League of Legends won best event.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's because the production, like the Worlds event, is huge. Like the music, they usually come out with a new theme by like major artists. They'll come out with like a full-on animation for it, and then the actual showing of the event is like crazy. Like the stadium, how full it is, and like all the tech and different, very creative like themes for each Worlds event. It's pretty impressive. So I don't know
Yeah,
how much
last year they had Kid Rock come out on stage. That was pretty interesting.
I can't
Yeah.
say
That
I know
sounds
for
weird.
sure that happened, but
I think it was Kid Rock. It was
No.
him and who's that other guy? Kiss. The guy Gene Simmons.
Oh, nice.
oh yeah, sounds like a great way to start it. Best esports athlete, Cheyenne went all in. I think, right?
Yay.
Cheyenne won this one, didn't she?
Which one?
We got
Athlete?
Jacob Yay Whitaker.
White
No,
Taker.
No, nobody got this one.
Nobody got this one. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Nah,
Or
we all chose
Jacob.
the Asians, right?
No,
3 of us chose
half-
Faker
I think
except for
half.
Isaiah.
Yeah,
I say
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. I'm stuck with that.
yeah,
I did Jong Chovy Ji Hoon, right?
yep.
Yep. That's who you picked.
So no winners there. Esports team went in with Valorant, Loud, but then sadly I didn't stick with Valorant like I should have, or Loud, and so I didn't get coach.
That's what I got. I got that. One.
Yeah, the Shine got this one.
And it should have been Dong.
Dong,
Ooh.
Dong Bin. Get it right.
Done, yeah.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry.
Score.
Yeah,
Let's
my
just
boy
call
let
it
me
score.
down.
Man, even the coaches had their own like screen names.
They
Great.
Yeah.
suck.
They do
I'm
suck.
not a fan of the screen name thing.
And then as Cheyenne has already mentioned, best esports event, the World Championship.
Hmm.
So that's it. Those are the winners. On
Isaiah
that,
and I got a perfect score here in the esports category. 0 for 5. That's
Shows how
fine.
much we care.
I know.
For 5.
They couldn't even make a random guess that was good enough on this one. So.
No.
But hey, Isaiah's 0 for 5. Didn't hurt him in the long run here. But as we go through here, we already went over these categories. But now our own special custom bets. We had gameplay footage of Marvel's Wolverine will be shown. Sadly, that did not happen. I hoped it would have. But,
yeah.
you know, it's just not there yet. And so that's that. Last of Us multiplayer title in-engine trailer will be shown. That did not happen. And that's sad to see, but
this is really where Isaiah starts to shine. You know, like green.
Yeah.
Whenever it
this
involves
next
games,
two
I know it.
sections
When it
here.
involves people, I don't know it.
So Resident Evil 4 didn't have any showtime at all. So,
which is less than 4 minutes.
Yep. So we all got that one. Teaser trailer for the 3 new Assassin's Creed games were announced.
I'm so stupid. What was I thinking?
I know, right?
3 trailers for Assassin's Creed games at the Game Awards.
Yeah, what are you smoking? Black heroin crack? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think that's. Let me read the label here. Yep, that's
really
what it is.
Targeted.
Well, I think you're just like excited and you're like, that would be cool.
You know what? You definitely, at least on the Last of Us multiplayer one, you just you know how to hype me up and just get me to hope. And like, oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't vote for Wolverine. You know, it's like they'll show all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna blow my socks off. No, come on, man. Be realistic. My emotions control me.
Sadly, there was not a Pokemon style farming sim either announced.
Broken hearted.
I really went in on that one, taking a risk, just hoping that something random would pop up. But
I want it. I need it.
Yeah, that would make so much money. I'm telling you, if people on Switch love Animal Crossing so much and they love Pokemon so much, why wouldn't they love Pokemon as a farming sim? Like,
I know.
You're missing out on the gold mine.
Because it's competing with Animal Crossing. They don't want that.
Oh, okay. I see.
What started that?
I don't really know either of those
Nintendo.
categories of games, but it does sound too complicated. It's like, what are you doing? Are you farming? You're controlling your land? Or are you like going after these animals out in the wild? There's probably too much going on.
Well, I feel like in a regular farming sim, you are a farmer, right? But you do a lot of stuff. So
you do a lot of stuff.
And if you go fishing in this world.
So where's the time for Pokemoning?
So instead of fishing, you'll be finding Pokemon.
You'll only be getting Magikarps and Goldings.
You'd be like scuba diving in the ocean.
Out.
Scuba dive in the ocean, and you can catch Pokemon, water Pokemon specifically.
Get some Gyarados.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Gyarados.
Oh.
Come on, Cheyenne, you're the Pokemon person.
It's pronounced Gyarados.
Gyarados.
Oh, okay. Well, this is America.
Yeah, dos euros is $1. Their money's so weak.
Yeah.
So
stupid euros.
Yeah.
It's like nobody laughed at that. I'm sorry, Ryan.
It's okay. I thought it was funny.
The spelling isn't the same though, so I kind of just.
It
almost made me think just Ryan know how Gyarados spelled.
It was phonetic. Let's move on.
It's all right,
hooked on phonics.
I'm trying. It's so funny.
Working for me. Will there be a double jump? Yes, there will. Yes, there will.
Thank you, Crash. Surprisingly, we went a very long time without seeing one, and I was getting pretty nervous. But yeah, we scrubbed back through. We found one for sure, at least one, which is all we needed. Thank goodness.
Thought Jeff Keighley would do one after the end into the Game Awards, but didn't happen. I don't think it was off screen.
Did anyone question where Crash came from in terms of the ceiling?
Did I question? He came from the rafters. I mean,
I assumed he crashed through the ceiling.
Yeah.
He
Well,
came
there was
from
something
heaven.
about boarding Epstein 3. There was some weird connotations going on there.
I haven't seen those ones yet. They were overshadowed by other memes.
Oh, right.
I was thinking
Yeah.
he
He was on the
warped
flight
in, though.
logs.
Yeah.
He warped in like he usually does.
That's only in the. Oh yeah, I guess so.
I don't
You're
think
right.
it's in the second and third,
It's in 1 through 3.
then the
Well, all, like
others that
portals
weren't.
and everything.
Yeah, like he goes
Yeah.
through warp. He warps into the worlds.
Yeah, he does that.
Everything
Well,
after the
actually, he does
first
that
one.
from 1 to 4.
Oh yeah,
He does
he's
that in like all
always
of them, other than one.
teleporting in and out of levels and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's done it for a majority, I think.
Yeah. So.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what are we talking
Numbers.
about?
Flight logs.
We're talking about numbers now, and I'm having a real hard time not revealing the final score. But people
Oh,
can
you're
count
good.
green. They can count the greens. How many times will someone say you won't believe this many times? There's
None.
2 possibilities as to what this happened here was that no one said it, or we were too focused watching the game show that we didn't catch even one of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think it was more so that it just didn't happen. The line didn't come up. But
I think.
it'll save the loser.
What's that?
I don't think it'll save the loser.
Yeah. I
think
think this
next-
one actually kind of connects to one of the next ones, but they were just tempering expectations this time. They know that it gets out of control. It's like, you'll believe it. Look, watch, you'll see it. You'll know
I
what this
think
is about.
next year we should have Jeff saying it's an honor because he said that a few times.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. I'm a good one. Or what was it?
Or Kojima. That's another one.
Kojima.
World renowned. That was another one.
Yeah.
It's world renowned company. I don't know. I guess maybe he only did that for Armored Core when he talked about it to make people go, oh, world renowned. What company could it be?
Yeah, and he was deeply honored.
Yeah, he was like, I thought he was gonna tear up when he was announcing that one. He was just like,
Man,
this game, be prepared. And it's
that's
like,
when I was expecting the double jump with excitement. He was bubbling up there.
He was about to pull out the brown paper bag, hyperventilating and shit. Play it now. And a cream Cornish shorts talking about that game. Jeez Louise, man.
Jeez Louise.
how many live music performances will they have? They had 2. Isaiah got it exact.
Yeah.
So, I mean, technically there was the music score at the very end to summarize all of the nominees for Game of the Year, but
It's debatable, but
Hosier,
the official count.
I mean, Ryan really wants to count every time the guy switched his flute, but we're not counting that.
Was
There's
Flute
only
Guy
one
himself
performance.
not a performance?
He has a point.
Also, Flute Guy was there last year.
I believe
was he?
he's there every
Was he
year.
going crazy
I
last
think-
year? I don't remember seeing that.
No, he was tempered last year, but last year I think he was doing guitar.
Okay.
Then
Next
he
year,
was
man,
savant.
he's front and center.
Yeah, they put him in his element.
Yeah.
He'll be presenting Game of the Year.
I hope so. People will be like, "Who is this guy?" And then they'll remember and be like, "Oh." All right. How many cheesy non-video game fan celebrity appearances were there?
Hello.
There was potentially more than 5, but or no, I guess there had to have been 5. We settled on 5, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah, because
chose
6 is higher. So
or decided on 5. Yep.
Yep. Our list. Let's see, so that everyone else could know. We got Animal, from the Muppets. Al Pacino, it's great to have him there for no reason.
And Mason, could you indulge us in what you know Al Pacino from? What does the audience know him from?
I don't even know. I do know like
The
gangster
Godfather.
movies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Godfather.
And gangster movies in general. Yep.
Yeah. He's known as that. That's his character.
The Irishman? Is that one?
Yes, that is
Yes.
The Irishman? I thought that was.
Yep.
De Niro.
Right?
They're both.
I think
They're
there's
probably
a
both
in
bunch
in
of people in that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, Daniel Craig from Glass Onion, I believe one of his co-stars in that movie as well, presented him to then present the skin for Among Us.
Mhm.
Yes, her
Uh,
name was Jessica Henwick.
Jessica
That's who
Henwick.
that was.
Mm,
As well as director Ryan Johnson.
yeah. And is that our 5? I think that's the 5.
Yep, that's all
Yep.
5.
There's the 5. Everybody else, though, we had like Keegan Key, right? He was related to a video game project, so the Mario movie
Yep.
and stuff. We didn't count those, though. If they just came on there unrelated to something that was being made related to games, they probably would have fallen in that category as well, because they're not really needing to be there.
Yeah.
So
Like The Rock selling his energy drink or something.
Yeah.
Whatever that was last
Zoa. What's Black Adam? What a dickhead.
how many industry legends will appear? 5 is what we came up with.
At least
Anyway.
5, yeah, at least.
At least. And, among those is Kojima. We got Reggie in there. We didn't count Phil Spencer. He's not very legendary, He's in
He was
that
not
gray
part
area.
of the show.
He's in that gray area of a really nice guy, but potentially also like evil, wants to take over all the games industry kind of guy,
Oh, he's a
He
super villain.
may be in the process of tanking Xbox right now, so only time will tell.
Then he'll become a legend.
Yeah, he'll
Oh,
be
that's true, yeah.
He'll be infamous.
He'll be a PlayStation VIP in that case.
So then we had a few others. Who else do we have on there?
We had the
We had-
King's Quest couple.
The Williamses.
Williamses.
Crash himself, as we discussed
Crash
earlier.
himself.
I think we counted him.
Yoshi P. I don't know if we
Yoshi
counted
P.
Crash. I think Crash
Yeah, we
was
may
kinda
not
the
We had
have.
a few honorable mentions that were questionable whether or not
Yeah.
they made it on there. Kyle Bossman, our favorite.
Yeah.
Joseph Ferris,
We kind
who
of
doesn't like the Oscars.
We chose kind of people who had a pretty bit of history within like the creation of video games, or
Yeah.
like leadership in games companies.
Yeah. That was the spirit of the
yeah.
bet, for sure.
And people who didn't win awards, because there were definitely
Yes.
the devs there would be pretty legendary for some of the games that won. So
Yeah.
So Ryan won on the legends, sure. Empty
Yeah.
Promises.
Wait, did I?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We worked
Yeah.
it out and you won.
Yeah.
Ryan, don't worry, you got at least 1 point in the numbers category.
Woo! I needed it.
Me too, Ryan. Me too.
Good job. Good job.
I don't have much room to talk. I only got 2 points in that category, but where are we? How many empty promises were made? We didn't think there were any. All the games had pretty good showings, and the ones that didn't talk up that they were going to be anything special. They may have just like been during a commercial break type thing, or just not given a, they weren't, Jeff Keighley about to cry about kind of thing, and then it's just whatever. I mean,
yeah.
Though I don't know that Armored Core was like had a good showing, in the sense that like it showed me a lot. It was a good, like a cinematic that looked really nice. So having not played Armored Core, can't say that would have been a letdown or an awesome thing, but
We discussed previously, I was very excited when this trailer started to get a sci-fi robot from software game. And then I realized that it was Armored Core, a franchise that exists that I don't care about. So much less excitement for me personally, although I understand the significance for the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
You think Jeff Keighley got in trouble because, like, with him about to kind of pass out announcing that, he didn't do that for Kojima?
Yeah.
Oh, that
he
could
might hear some
be.
flack. You know what'll probably happen? is his likeness will not appear in the next Death Stranding like it did in the
Oh
first.
no.
He's getting
Oh,
Al
out.
could.
no.
He's getting
Al
His-
will be there though.
His likeness will be killed or something. Run over by a truck, maybe.
Yeah. Or he'll get left in the rain. He'll get really old real fast and then just withering husk.
An
Be
armored
like-
core tank picks him up and runs over the hill with him.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Let's see what else we got here. How many remakes? Counted 0, and there were quite a few like console ports. It seemed like here's the PC version of this, or here's the console
here's on
version of this,
Switch.
but there were never like any. Hey, this is a remake of an old game, as far as I counted.
None at all.
I don't believe we discussed this one before the show, did we?
Ryan's
Because
trying
I
to claim
counted.
himself. He's
I
trying to claim
counted
himself another
one.
point in here.
I counted one remake as being shown. Not necessarily announced, but the bet says announced/shown. I'll have to actually do some research and figure out which one that is. But if it's one, then it splits the point. Isaiah and I each get one.
What
I'm
game
gonna
are
look
you
this
talking
up.
about?
I need to find out. I need to have my research behind
I-
me. I'm gonna look this up
You go
real
ahead
quick.
and research now. We'll continue to finish up these last categories. And
Hey,
we'll
Ryan,
see.
I'll even give you this. Technically, the new Crash game they showed is a recreation of a PS1 game that they've already made.
Yeah, the Rumble.
Technically.
Well. Oh, is it?
I think.
Yeah.
I thought that's
Like
what they were kind of
like how
announcing
Crash
as well.
Team Racing was
Yeah.
kind of a remake.
Yeah. that's
Interesting.
Well, no,
I
no,
did
no,
not
no.
know that.
Crash Team Racing is like a 1-to-1, but the new Crash game has elements of the party game they had on PS1,
Oh,
but it's
sure,
still
okay.
different.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't know if that would necessarily count.
Yeah.
Although, that would give me
Not true.
the sole point.
Well,
If
you
you
only
wanna
need
count it.
1 point because then you'll be tied.
Oh, I'm
with
gonna
1
find
point.
it. I'm gonna find it so good. We might have to come back to it. I'll look for it though.
Okay. How many games
can-
will this show that the crowd won't cheer? Apparently, was a lot, or at least it was at least 3. And you guys know the count on that one. A few of them were in the pre-show. That kind of makes sense. A little bit less intense showings of the pre-show, like less big games. But yeah, that tied us up because I believe it was 3. That's what we came to for me to tie up with 4, and Cheyenne and Isaiah with 2. How many montages did they have? I guess we didn't talk about this one, but I know there was at least one Xbox Games Pass one. So I think in my mind it was 1, but maybe we should have talked about that. You guys think there was more than 1?
That was the single one that I counted as well. The Games Pass, the Game Pass montage, and that was it. So yeah, just 1.
Okay. Isaiah got that one. And as of right now, though this could be contested here as Ryan finishes up his research, Isaiah is our winner with 23 points overall. And
Ryan, why'd you make your 15 so
Ryan got 15. He really wanted people to know how bad he lost. But also, he didn't lose that bad because it's getting close. We might tie up. He really
We might
just
tie
wanted
up.
the
We might
loss.
tie up.
If Ryan ties it, does that mean you're gonna
I
get
gotta
pinned
figure
for
out what it
a
is.
thing too?
If I do, things may have to change because I already. Well, we'll wait and see.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. I think it was The Witcher 3, if I'm not mistaken, was shown,
Not a remake.
which is being remastered
That's a
or
remaster.
ported or
Yeah,
remade.
It's already been done.
If it's being ported,
It's
it don't
a
count.
next gen update.
Yeah. I wouldn't count that.
That's a
don't
re-release. That
count.
game's
No,
that
I didn't
game's
say re-release.
5
did
years
I? I
old.
said a remake. That means they literally all new
remake.
assets. Like this is just they added in.
Well,
like
the
ray
definition of
tracing.
remake is flexible. Maybe that wasn't
No,
it. I don't know.
no,
let
it's
me look
not.
here. Let
Like-
me look. That was
It's
just
like
off
the
the top of my
orchestra
head.
thing
That's
all
not what
over
I'm
again.
finding now.
The Crash Insane Trilogy is a remake.
Yes. So is
Spyro.
RE2 is a remake.
Yeah,
RE3
RE2,
remake.
FF7.
because they go from they're creating all new assets. If they're just updating the tech within the game, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, like
you know,
Horizon's not a remake. That's just upscaled.
Horizon? I don't even know if they've
Yeah,
done
didn't
that.
Horizon come out again on PS5?
No.
Oh, not
Like,
yet. Okay.
yeah, I think there's talks about them doing like a remake, which is why we were joking, because
Oh,
like
yeah,
why
yeah.
are games that are only like 5 years old or less having a remake? You know.
Oh! The Last of Us Part 1 coming to PC. That is
It
a
wasn't
remake.
said.
That is a port.
Yeah, it's a
But
port.
Part 1 is a remake.
Part 1 already came out.
But it was shown.
So now it's just being ported. That's why I said that. I even said, I was like, there weren't any remakes, but there was PC ports,
Now listen.
console ports. I was talking
Listen.
about Last of Us Part 1.
A remake will be announced / shown is the wording of the bet.
Yes.
The Last of Us Part 1
okay, you're
is
saying
a remake,
all right, you're
and it
right.
was shown.
So okay,
The
so any remake.
stretching.
Yes.
So not a.
yes.
Why did you think that didn't mean a new remake, like a not announced or shown one?
Yeah.
Because now listen, because if the wording was a remake will be announced, that's a different bet. Announced / shown.
Okay, right.
The Last of Us Part 1 was not announced, but it was shown.
So now we're moving into a territory that you yourself has said you do not like. World premiere. But this game has already been shown. It's not a world premiere. And
The
it's
bet
like,
doesn't say anything about world premiere.
yeah, but it's a remake. But by the terms of you saying a remake, it's saying a new remake, like an unannounced or not shown already remake. And you're showing Last was Part 1, which has already been released and has already been shown in the past.
I gotta agree with them.
It's just like your world premiere thing that you hate so much. Are you gonna do it, right? Which one are you gonna give up?
Wait,
You give up your morals for this,
I'm
right?
confused. I'm confused what you're arguing here.
So what Mason,
You
what
told me in
Mason
the
is
past
saying,
that you don't like world premieres because they're not really world premieres because they've already announced or shown those games in a previous show or in some way.
Well, sure.
And so then when I
Well,
put
yeah,
in
but
here
The Last of
remakes,
Us.
the idea
But The
was
Last
new
of Us was
remakes.
not
I didn't
claiming
say.
to be. Yeah, I mean, you intended, but the wording did not say new.
Yeah, so it says world premiere.
The
and
difference
it's deceiving,
is
but
the
it's
difference
still the
is
same.
that those fake world premieres present themselves as a world premiere.
But they are a world
Last
premiere.
of Us was not presenting itself as a world
trailers-
premiere.
The
Nor
trailers
did
they
the bet
show
require a world premiere.
the trailers they
Wait.
show, Ryan, are brand new to the world when they show them. Is the game they're world premiering this trailer for a brand new game? No. But that doesn't mean the trailer they're showing isn't a world premiere. That's what they're
I
trying
will
to say,
say
but they're not being
this.
specific.
When you read the category as it's written, when it
Yes.
says announced / shown, it's announced being first makes it feel synonymous to shown, as in it's going to be new.
Well, the issue,
Then why
the reason I
say
said,
shown at all?
that's why I said announced or shown, because they could be like, here's
like a
this
video.
game that's coming out, and you don't see anything. It's just they mention it. Like, they've done that before. They said, this game is in the works, and then they don't show it. Like, The Last of Us Factions game. They showed us one concept art picture of it. That means it wasn't a remake, but that game was now announced, but not shown. So I wanted to give it an option in case these remakes are shown but not announced. So
Well, you guys can contest it. I don't really care, regardless.
I'm calling out jokes. I'm like, do you get at least the point I was making? Though I'm not like saying we have to actually follow what I'm saying.
I mean, I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't. Loose connections.
It's like
maybe,
vague
but I kinda get
wording
it.
when they say world premiere, and it's vague wording to you for me to say remakes being announced or shown.
Sure.
When you should
yeah.
know that means like they're being announced and shown for the first time here at
Sure.
the Game Award.
I don't like world premiere because it intends to be deceiving. I do like the particular wording of the bet because it gives me an extra point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then I'm not losing.
Take the L.
That's why I was like, what do you want to compromise? Your opinion on the world premiere thing, since it's pretty much the same.
I will
or do you want the point?
I will allow Jeff Keighley to continue to use the screen that says world premiere. I will allow that. Go ahead, Jeff.
You have been given permission.
So
Which means I get a point.
If that ties it, then me and Cheyenne got some talking to do.
Yep. So wait, is that what we're agreeing on? So
Yes.
I personally do not agree with that.
Yeah. Because your point, the one you chose isn't even a good example, in my personal opinion. Like of all the remakes you're gonna
Why?
say,
It is a remake, and
yes,
it was
it already
shown.
came out, and
That's
it's already
fine.
been shown many times before.
Sure. Now, okay, but now listen, it wasn't even. It's not even like it was part of a hype trailer for PlayStation or something. I could ignore that, but it was shown in the sense that it was presenting a new piece of information to the world. It's got a release date for PC, so it was there relevant. Uh, so it may not have been a new release, but it had new information to give us.
Say you have to say because I'm against Cheyenne's. Wait, against it. Yeah.
What?
You're
You're
against
against
adding the
Cheyenne?
point?
She was against it. So if you're
No,
against her,
adding the point is what I'm talking about. Sorry.
How about this?
I say things not like that.
I'm willing to take my phone right now and I'll flip a coin and we'll just go with that. And then I'll send you the footage you can add in the video as proof.
But you're the tiebreaker. That's all it is, Isaiah. There's not a tiebreaker until you make it.
Right, but that's
Wait, why is there a
willing to.
tiebreaker when there's already 3 of us?
Two of us.
Where's
Isaiah,
the 2?
you and me agree that it shouldn't be a point added.
do you get a say though, because you're the one at stake here?
I mean, I'm not part of the group. I thought I had a say on everything else we decided.
You don't get to vote because it determines your fate. I technically don't get to vote either.
Everything determined my fate.
Mason, why did you get a vote but Ryan doesn't?
Ooh.
He does. That's why it's a
Right.
tie. Because Ryan's
okay.
It's not a tie. It's not a tie.
Okay. So we cancel each other out.
Okay,
then,
it's not a tie. If Isaiah stays neutral, it's not a tie. It's a majority vote against Ryan's opinion.
Yes.
Okay. So
Isaiah, please.
I'll tell you, I'll flip a coin. We can let fate
No.
decide.
Ryan, just take the
if you're
L.
staying neutral, Ryan gets the L.
Wait,
Well, here's
so
the thing.
So now we're gonna announce the
All right,
L
hold
that
on.
Ryan receives.
I'll pick
So
a side
Isaiah,
then. I will
clearly,
pick a side. Okay.
he's picking a side. Okay.
The way that I read it, only because announced comes before shown, in my head, I say it has to be new.
Okay.
So it's 3.
So there you go. It's 3-1.
Hmm.
All right.
I see that flash as an or. I disagree.
Oh, remember it's and/or.
Yeah.
And/or. Yeah.
And/or. So to wrap this up, Ryan brutally lost after
by a
long
wide
debate.
margin. Oh, jeez. What's
by a
happening
whole
here?
number. He lost by a whole number.
Had
Oh
I
my
chose to go
gosh.
on Ryan's team, then would we flip a coin? Because it'd be tied again.
Yeah, but you've
Yeah, we'd have
you've made
to.
your
Yeah,
say. We're moving
We would
on.
have to flip the coin if you voted with me. Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm flipping a coin.
No.
Yes.
You go ahead.
Yes.
You go ahead and
It's
do
already
that, but
been
it doesn't matter.
decided.
So we're gonna move into the punishment and rewards segment, or part of this segment. Oh boy. That was fun, guys. But now it's time to hear. What do we want to hear first? Let's do an edit here, Ryan.
Whoa.
No, Ryan, we are moving on.
Colossal Cave is getting
Cave?
a full 3D reimagining.
I didn't. Oh, it was announced.
Oh, snap!
Bro, you're right.
Oh, snap!
I'm glad you looked that up because I was trying to figure out.
Yes!
I love how that was the game that you guys were like, yeah, the Williamses. The Williamses.
The
I'm like, who the
Williamses!
heck are the Williamses? And
They
then
gave
it's
me
like,
points on too.
It's
like they're
officially
making
tied
some
then.
game. They're making some
Yes!
game. And I'm like, Colossal Cave.
Oh, snap.
All right. Well, then
Ken
there
and
you go.
Roberta.
So it's
I
one.
could kiss you.
It's one remake. But
So what that means is I still lost, but Mason also
wait.
lost.
Hold up here. Let me just do my own research.
Okay.
It's confirming.
You could make a little mark though.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make a
An
timestamp.
official remake of the classic 1970s text adventure game Colossal
Oh, yeah.
Cave is in the
It's a
works,
remake.
as announced back in March last year. Thanks to tonight's Game Awards, we now know it's set to release on January 19th, 2023. It was not announced, nor was
Okay,
it shown.
Wait.
Ryan, March of last year, it
That's
was
some bull crap.
announced,
That's
and
bull
it was
crap.
not
I don't
shown
remember that.
at the Game Awards.
I don't think so.
Okay, we're
You
keeping this
shouldn't
in
have
here, by
said-
the way.
No.
Yes, Ryan. I'll edit it if you don't want.
This is.
He's so
It's right
desperate not to
here.
be alone.
I think
Let
I'm
me-
showing
I'm-
it. Is it visible on your guys'
Yeah.
screen?
Yeah, we can
Well,
see.
look at that.
Who's the
Ryan
source?
can see
What
it
do
with
you?
his own
What's
eyes.
What's your source?
Rock,
What's your
paper,
source?
shotgun.
Rock,
That's
paper,
kind of a
shotgun?
well-known.
That's
Yeah,
not
I
how
heard
the
of
game
them.
works. It's rock paper scissors.
That's 4chan.
That's fake news.
Thank you.
It
Oh.
doesn't say Fox on here, Ryan. I don't know. All right.
I'm gonna find another one.
Time for the punishments.
The Last of Us Part 1 counts.
No.
Okay. Um.
Let us know in the comments.
So
Hey, you
Ryan,
bootlickers.
for you to finally just accept defeat, we will now announce your grave punishment. Who wants? Cheyenne, you go ahead and tell him. He's like, I don't remember. What was it?
I remember.
All right,
I know-
Isaiah. Oh wait, Cheyenne.
No, Isaiah can say it. He remembers it better.
Okay, Ryan. So here's the punishment, and you'll be happy because it's only gonna cost you $2.
Okay.
Or if you don't want to spend
Alrighty.
$2, I'll spend them for you.
So this
I can
punishment
manage
is
$2.
gonna require you to wear headphones, right?
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
It's gonna require you to wear headphones.
It's gonna be horror, isn't it?
It's gonna require you to play this game by yourself.
Oh no.
No wife, no dog, just you.
I guess we'll kind of be there, you know.
Lastly, yeah, you're gonna stream and we'll be there.
Yeah.
In the
The
stream.
lights
Okay.
are gonna be off, and you gotta play Outlast, the first one.
Outlast. Okay. Is that? That's like the night vision camera in the psych
Yeah.
hospital
Yep.
or something,
Not
right?
so bad.
Yep.
Now here's the part we never really came to a conclusion with that could help you out, Ryan,
Okay.
because I know the game front and back very well. So in this moment, we're all going to kind of discuss: should he play the full game, or can I
Oh,
dictate where he stops at?
I say full game. It'll be
I
broken
was gonna
up.
say like time limit. This is gonna be a big investment.
No.
I was
it's
thinking
gonna
like
be-
half hour, an hour, or something like that.
It's going to be a segment in the following episodes until you complete the game.
Hang on a
Like a
sec.
30-minute segment. We'll
Let me
cut
see this.
our episodes shorter. So,
Outlast is a 5-hour game,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty short.
at least.
that's 10 episodes.
Wait, what?
30 minutes each. So 5 times 2. It's 10 episodes.
I don't think that's gonna be fun for that long. I think you're gonna get a half hour to an hour, and then I'm gonna be done.
We could just do one episode and then see how that goes. And then we'll either continue to do it in another one or we'll say we're done. But
I think that's a good.
All right. Mm.
yeah, we'll see how entertaining it is.
Ryan, I was going to give you an out, man. I was going to have you just reach a certain point in the game and then stop.
Which is probably
Okay,
an
that's
hour
fine.
into the game. Was that what you're trying to say?
I'm just saying I had
Well,
a
we'll see.
point. He
We'll
could
see
reach
if
and
we
it
get
would
there.
be tolerable.
Is there a sprint button? Because I'm probably going to be using the sprint button
Well,
Yeah,
as
there's a
much as
sprint button.
possible.
yeah.
Okay, I might get there quick.
Jump
We'll see how it goes. I might also own this one already for some reason.
You
If it
probably
was
have
on
2. I think that
PS
was on
Plus or
PlayStation
something like that.
Plus.
Oh, okay.
2 was. Which I think you
Probably.
should play that one. Personally, I feel like that one's worse. Better graphics, more detailed, but
Worse as in better?
worse as in like scarier.
Right, okay.
Yeah, which is better.
Oh yeah, no, I've got Outlast. Cool. Great.
Free punishment.
One less barrier to entry.
Do you have the first?
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I do also have two. Yeah.
Do you have the DLC? I think Whistleblowers?
No, I don't have that one.
Because I thought you maybe had purchased the trilogy or whatever they have. It's only $6 right now to get all three. But
oh man.
So
the game is called Outlast. Let me tell you, I will not outlast.
You will not last and outlast.
It will outlast me.
Yes.
For sure.
So Isaiah, our champion, has a special surprise reward that he has requested, which is...
That's right. So the options are going to dictate, it depends on you guys, because you wanted to do the nicknames. But what I am offering you is even more quality entertainment for the viewers. I have chosen that I would like each of you, it'd be on your own time during whatever day you're available. You'd sit down with me, and each of you have to beat a fighting game arcade mode on hard. I got a list of games that you can pick from, and I'll be there to help you out. But you got to beat arcade mode on hard difficulty.
Oh man, that sounds cool though.
We have to beat it, or we just have to play?
Yeah, I mean,
attempt it.
Yeah, no, you have to beat it. Arcade mode is it's like 6 fights total, and then it's per character. It's easy.
It's easy. It's called hard, but it's easy.
Well, it's easy for me.
What level's harder than hard?
Hardest.
Oh, okay. You didn't want to put us there.
No, because you won't beat it.
But you expect us to be hard?
Well, that's why I'm going to be there with you, to be entertaining. And then if you really get frustrated, I'll let you play it on medium.
That sounds fun, though.
I don't know. I think the nicknames would be a little bit more entertaining for the stream.
I don't know. It could be a full, game playing episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that could be the next episode, is us reward and punishment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Could be good.
Also, it's something that Isaiah wants to do, so he is the winner. By a lot.
And I'm not going to embarrass you with nicknames.
That sounds way more entertaining, though. If we all had to call each other ridiculous names for the next 4 episodes.
We may forget.
Isaiah could come up with the goofy names. Oh, we won't forget. I'll record it. We might forget to call each other that, but
That's what I mean.
Isaiah can correct us whenever we don't. And if he forgets and doesn't notice, then we can all correct each other.
Okay, let me submit one more thing to the council here.
Okay.
The Witcher 3 next gen update.
Oh, this is good.
4K textures and models.
This guy doesn't want to play it. Ryan,
listen.
No, there's another issue here, Ryan. It's not just your desperate need to be alone in your loss, which is only by 1 point. So honestly, we both lost. But the problem is I've already played both Outlast 1 and 2, so it's not really a punishment for me.
We would pick a different punishment for you.
But
we'd just pick a game that's not made very well.
Yeah, but that's not what we want.
Listen,
we want to scare you.
Listen, let me present my piece to the council. Here's what it says in the trailer. Now enhanced for a new generation. With new content inspired by the Netflix series. And features 4K textures and models, as you said, reworked assets, ray tracing features, improved gameplay, 60 FPS
These
mode.
Are brand new.
It says 4K textures and models.
You said reworked, though. Remember, we got to be specific here.
Well, you said reworked. Well, I said
new.
I mean,
completely
remade.
New. Not they modified it. Like Geralt is still Geralt from the first one.
60 FPS mode, cloud saves photo mode. I think that counts.
Moving
on. That's
on.
my submission to the council.
We're still deciding on a reward here. I thought you were going to give us a reward option.
Here's a reward. We play the remake of The Last of Us Part 1 as presented at the Game Awards. And then we play the remake of The Witcher 3 as presented at the Game Awards.
How's that a reward for me?
So you're saying Isaiah has to buy the PC port on his laptop to play it.
Yeah, that's punishment for me.
And
It's
then
not
The
a
Witcher.
reward. I gotta pay like $120 while you pay $2. That ain't fair. What kind of reward is that?
The desperation over here it's starting to get sad here, Ryan. It's starting to get sad.
All right, anyway, let's do the arcade game thing. Sure.
Yeah, I like the arcade game idea.
Where we're playing
Congratulations
that.
on your win, Isaiah.
All right, hey,
You obliterated us.
that's all right, man. I've
So
been
you guys-
in the industry for a while.
You guys realize he says we all have to do it. How
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
is this gonna take?
Well, that's why I said you can each do it with me on your own time. It doesn't have to be everyone's there the same day. We can
And
record
now
these
you're
We're doing it for
concerned-
the next
different time.
episode.
Now you're concerned about gameplay hours, huh?
I always was. I'm the one who was going to give you an out. Remember?
So wait, Isaiah, can I earn trophies through this? I'm in.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah. We could play it on your PlayStation.
It is okay. It's the PlayStation one.
Yeah, these are all games on the PS4. Alternatively,
Okay.
PS5, I guess.
I'm
And
in
how
it.
much are you saying we have to play?
All you got to do is be arcade mode, which in every
6
fighting game,
fights.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
On
generally
hard.
6 fights, which is not
Gotcha.
that bad.
Okay. I can button mash.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I was thinking that would work, but I have my doubts here.
Just pick me a fun one, Isaiah.
I have a
I've already got
feeling-
my punishment.
Well, it's for you guys. You guys are going to pick your poison.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
going to
Okay.
present the options.
Gotcha. Okay.
I love how his reward is to watch us suffer to play a fighting game on the second to hardest difficulty in the game.
That is literally such an Isaiah move, though.
Yeah.
Well, remember, if you
I
get
thought he would be in on the
extremely-
nicknames, like coming up with some ridiculous stuff.
No, because it's got to be appropriate. If I could do anything, then I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. We really got to
Plus,
rein the rewards and punishments in next time.
I'll probably put a number on it. Like, if you can't beat a certain character up into X amount of times, we can drop it to medium difficulty.
Okay. All right. It'll still
Just
be
keep
fun.
dropping it until we can.
Yeah, until you'll beat it eventually.
Well, that wraps up our betting special part 2. We have some champions in here, and we have some sad, desperate, not winners in here.
Okay, but what about this though? Let me bring up
And
this other
thanks for
game.
watching. We will catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.